Garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas. In my opinion, just like the humble potato, it's one of the best ingredients available to us because they're super healthy and very affordable. Anyways, today we're gonna grab some garbanzo beans and create one of the most delicious dishes ever. We're talking sauteed garbanzo beans with spinach and onions. This dish is known here in Spain as garbanzos con espinacas y cebolla, and let me tell you, this dish is loaded with protein and fiber. It is so easy to make and it truly has some of the best flavors you will ever taste. Folks, this is what it's all about. Recipes that are very healthy, pack a ton of flavor, and are made with the most basic ingredients. Alright, let's begin by grabbing a jar of cooked garbanzo beans, adding them into a sieve, and rinsing them under some cold running water. This is to help remove the preservatives in the beans, and also the size that I'm using here is 400 grams, which equals about 2.5 cups of cooked garbanzo beans. Once the garbanzo beans are well cleaned, I'm going to transfer them into a dishcloth and then gently pat them dry. Remember to be very gentle here. You don't want to smash those garbanzo beans. For the next ingredient, I'm going to grab 300 grams of fresh spinach. This equals exactly 10 ounces. Now the spinach I'm using is bag spinach. You can also use the frozen stuff here. Just make sure you fully thaw it out and you drain any liquid from it. Moving on, I'm going to grab 1 large onion. As you know, I like to remove between 1 to 2 of the outer layers as it gives the onion an incredible texture and it makes it so much easier to cut. And I'm going to roughly chop the onion into big chunks. And for the final ingredient to prepare, I'm going to grab 4 cloves of garlic. And once again, I like to twist each clove of garlic as the skin is easily removed. And finally mince the garlic. Okay, let's start cooking up our dish. I'm going to grab a large saute pan, heat it with a medium heat, and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Now the olive oil I'm using to make this recipe is an extra virgin Spanish olive oil from the Georgetown Olive Oil Company. This one is made with a Pequod olive. It has such an incredible flavor and it truly takes this recipe to the next level. You'll find a link where you can get this stuff in the description box below. After heating the olive oil for 2 minutes on a medium heat, I'm going to add in the chunks of onion into the pan and start mixing them around with that extra virgin olive oil. You don't have to mix this continuously, but do get in there once in a while. That way the onion evenly cooks and it doesn't burn. After about 5 minutes, and those onions are nice and translucent and they're starting to develop a light golden color, I'm going to add in the minced garlic into the pan and continue to mix these ingredients together. We're only going to go between 20 to 30 seconds. You don't want to overcook that garlic. You want it to be nice and aromatic. Then we're going to start adding the spinach into the pan. You want to add it in there in batches. That way it doesn't overflow out of the pan. And you start mixing it around. That way it easily wilts. And continue to add the spinach until it's all incorporated into the pan. Once all the spinach has been added into the pan and it's fully wilted, I'm going to turn off the heat and season everything with a little sea salt and some freshly cracked black pepper. And I'm going to give this a quick mix. That way those seasonings are evenly mixed around. Alright, for the final step of the recipe, let's saute our garbanzo beans. I'm going to grab a large nonstick frying pan and heat it with a medium-high heat. Now the secret when you're sauteing is you want to heat that pan for a couple minutes before you add any fat into the pan. After heating the pan for 3 minutes on a medium-high heat, I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Swirl it around, that way it covers the entire surface of the pan. And add the garbanzo beans into the pan. Now, one of the biggest things when you are sauteing is you want to mix frequently here. That way nothing burns and everything sautés evenly. After about 3 minutes, these garbanzo beans should be perfectly sauteed with a nice crisp in the outside and that inside still beautiful and soft. I'm going to season everything with 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, and a little sea salt, and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give this one last mix, that way all those seasonings are evenly mixed around. Okay, let's start plating our dish. I'm gonna grab some of our spinach and onion mixture, add it into a serving dish. Add some of our sauteed garbanzo beans over the spinach. And we'll top it off with a dollop of Greek yogurt. This adds an incredible balance to this dish. And some freshly chopped chives. Check it out, our sauteed garbanzo beans with spinach and onions is done. Look how incredible this turned out. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Today, we're in for a treat because this came out looking so delicious. Here we go. That is just so good. Those sauteed garbanzo beans have such an incredible texture, and that flavor combination of that cumin with the sweet smoked Spanish pepper is so good. Then you add in that spinach with the onions, the garlic, everything together. It's a marriage in heaven. That Greek yogurt gives it the perfect balance. You saw this, so easy to make, made with very basic ingredients, super healthy and full of so many great flavors. Make it at home, I guarantee you're gonna absolutely love it. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Till the next time, hasta luego.